Alrighty, my friends, let's go find this last bonus puzzle. And Ramses, if you're still here, what did you think of your first foray into Valheim the other day? I was having a good time. I was curious how you enjoyed or didn't enjoy or didn't enjoy your time. Right? Question mark. So the last bonus puzzle, I think, is wherever this question mark is. Or maybe that's the Sphinx it's leading me to. Maybe I haven't done the Sphinx thing yet, which is usually like a treasure hunt thing where there's a hint on the statue itself. Yeah, that's what this is. Okay. I already did. I think there's 2 statues in each area, and I've already done the Prometheus one. Alright, what am I seeing? That looks like writing on the side. That looks like a C, an A, and a T. It looks like cat. Cat. It was a lot of fun, except the one time I killed you with a log. I mean, that's still kind of fun. Yeah. It was still kind of fun. C-A-T. I do not know what that's telling me. I think this is a map of the island. Yes, that big structure there is this part right here. The north end of the island is where C is, which is... Oh, was it that down there? Wait, these are like... These are actual... Are these islands? Okay, so I think there's an island with a mountain on it with this structure, which I think we are on this entire island. So I think... Are these other islands I'm seeing? I did not see that structure down there, though. I might need to go down there. That's way far to the east. C-A-T. Cat. Well, I know one of my guys, my friends, Valnik or whatever his name, has a cat. I'm not sure if I understand this one. Let's go see if I can go down to whatever that structure down there is, though. I'm gonna guess as I go down here, it's gonna act like I die or something. Let's see what happens. You're not yet seeing where all the depth is in Valheim? There's no skill system, is there? Well, the skill system is what you saw, where when you use an ability, you get better at that ability. So, a lot of the depth comes in how much stuff you can build, because the building gets pretty intense with what you can do. You can build entire cities. It comes in as you unlock higher tier tech, where you can use new weapons and different armor types. Are these lighting up as I get closer to them? No, they're just flashing. And there's new stuff since me and Shogi last played, like different weapon skills that you can use, different weapons abilities.
How in the end, the sea will claim everything. I have no doubt that this is true. In the long history of the human species, entire regions have disappeared under the waves. Places like Beringia and Doggerland still echo in our cultural memories.
I've never heard of those places.
But we shouldn't forget.
Heard of Atlantis.
Again in the sea. We are the children of the sea. And it's not through floods and ruin that the sea will claim everything, but through us.
But yeah, it comes as you unlock more tech and have more abilities to use. I'm looking forward to trying out the crossbow and the magic and the pole arms that they added. That is a really pretty view. Chernyshevsky, what do you have to say? In Our Likeness, essays on humankind reaching adulthood. I think I'm not going to read that. It's too long. Founding of New Jerusalem. We had a bit of an incident today. Nothing major. It still woke us all up. Sun was away from the camp. Oh, Sun. That's one of the founders' names, I think. Was away from the camp alone, even though we had agreed that we should always go in teams, and she encountered a group of herbivores we saw on the first day. Cows, they're called. Apparently our ancestors kept them as livestock. Eustathius says they squeeze them for liquid, but I find that hard to believe. But I digress. Sun encountered a herd, and just as predicted, the animals were passive, friendly even. Sun decided to abandon her survey to study them for a while, which went well until a group of wolves, formerly dogs, entered the clearing, causing a stampede. Sun is alright, only minor scratches to the bodywork and a few torn wires, but it was a close call. Guess we've gotten a little complacent, a little too comfortable. We'll have to be more careful from now on. You're in the puzzle mood, so you fired up Talos 1. You were so close to the end. Oh, you never finished it, Tyler? Ah, cows, I know, right? The ending was pretty interesting in the first one. I remember having some pretty cool reveals and interesting interactions with the Elohim character. All right, let's hear what Trevor has to say.
I have to talk science fiction for a bit because I love science fiction, but it drives me nuts. There's this cliche that shows up over and over, and every time someone uses it, everyone pretends it's really profound. It goes something like this. A scientist invents something good, but, oh no, it's actually really bad. You could have something that makes your life better, but no, you can't. How dare you even want it? That's hubris. That's playing God. And it's never anything that reflects the real world, right? It's never, oh no, you invented a vaccine for cervical cancer. Oh no, you invented a new class of antibiotics. Oh no, you cured malaria. How dare you? Those diseased mosquitoes are way more important than human lives. How did science fiction become so reactionary? You know, if we all thought this way, you guys wouldn't even exist. At least Alex agrees with me. She has good taste.
You guess leveling, jump. You're talking about Valheim. Doesn't give you double jump like in other games, or fighting shield bash, fighting skills. I think some of that is there. I think there might be a shield bash with shield if you use like the ability that would throw a javelin when you have it, or a spear, might let you shield bash if you have a shield equipped. I think there's a little bit of that, but it's all pretty... I think Valheim shares the same issue that a lot of survival RPG games have, which is the combat's never that complex. Did I do this one already? This is red, so I don't think I have. So yes, it doesn't give you, like, I guess was the Enshrouded did have some of that, but even Enshrouded, I would say, it doesn't have like the most complex you know, combat. You just spam attacks at enemies, or run away and spam attacks, or kite them while spamming attacks. So, oh no, you invented nuclear fission. How about that one? Another good example. Yes. All right, there's a blue thing there. So this lets me go up here, I guess. Lets me go down here if I want to. Do I want to? Well, I guess I'm doing it. We can always reset. You're working on getting the last golden puzzle so you could go rogue. Is that what happens in the game? I don't remember all the mechanics of all the story of the first one. Okay, so we need a blue to get through there. We need a red to get our person out. And the red is there. So if I were to do this, I was gonna say I can't get them out, but I can get them out because I can become them. I am become you. All right, and then we need a red over there to get something. So I can get you back to the other side. Can I get you back to the other side? Oh no, this is to get the red. I think I need a... I'm gonna need a platform for that to work. Unless I can hold it and do that. I don't suppose this works, does it? No, I have to put that down for that to actually do anything. Okay, so how do I get back over? Ah, there is a box over there. Can I get back over to the other side, or have I already screwed up? Yes, there's a way over here. Perfect. I think I'm gonna need this. Can I climb with this? I can't actually climb a hole in this, actually. Okay. You're a bit spoiled by Enshrouded. That seemed deep enough for a survival build-a game with different skills like the air stomp you always did. Yeah, you definitely played a build that had more, like, abilities available than I would say a lot of survival games do. But don't get too down on Enshrouded's depth yet, because we're very early game. There are things that I like about Valheim more than I like about Enshrouded. Like, there are, I think, way more weapon choices. Now, you might not have a ton of abilities to do with them, but the attack types for the different weapons are different enough that I think they're interesting. In order to get this, I need the box. How do I get the box over there? This feels like I need... Oh, I think I need both of my dudes over here is what I need. That's what we need. So now I can put this down, go here, and you can take the box over there. That's what we need, I think. Now with the box, put that there. Keep the connections, do that. Beautiful. So now I need you in a place where I can swap control over, though. There we go. This gets me this guy. And now I need the blue connected to the blue. Does that have an angle if I connect that like that? Maybe? Maybe. Okay. Grab you. Go back over here. You like that Valheim had the extra bit of dynamicism, like damage from falling trees, smoke, filling up rooms, structural integrity being an issue, stuff like that? You guess you should say it has that. It has that extra bit of dynamicism, yes. There must be a reason why the game was such a hit for a while. Wouldn't have happened if it was just in lane mechanics and pixel Vikings. Yeah. Okay, so that does not have the angle. Oh, I bet you maybe I could have placed it up here somewhere. Crap. Is there any way for me to get these back over to the other side now? Because I now have both of them on this side. Do I need to reset to get this back on the other side? I think I might need to reset, because I have a feeling if I have this up top here, there might be an angle that hits. Yeah, I will say the early game of Valheim's not super... Alright, I think I have to reset this. Super in depth, but the further you go, the more you unlock, the more interesting the mechanics. I think another reason why it's super popular, or at least it was for a while, Most survival games have a set world. Like Enshrouded's world is set. What's the other one that... like Subnautica has a set world. It feels like one... I mean, Minecraft isn't, but you know, Minecraft is Minecraft. And Valheim has a RNG randomly generated world type, which is, you know, not sure what other survival games have randomly generated worlds like that. Maybe some voxel games. What was that space one we played? Astroneer maybe did. So that might be a big part of it. Yay for Talos Principal! What's up, Nerdy Fiona? Yep, we're playing the second one, which I never played. That Ramsey's gifted to us a while back, and I'm finally getting around to playing it. We are a decent ways in. I think we're like in the third or fourth area, fourth or fifth area, something like that. Okay, so I need to have you in a position where I can see that switch. That should work. Minecraft has a randomly generated world? Yes. And it's like, it's another one of the few survival games that does. And I feel like maybe that's one of the reasons it's so popular. I don't know if that's the case, but it means that there's always a new world to explore. Once you've played Enshrouded, until they add more of the world, you're always playing in the same world. I feel like, I remember that's one of the first things I said when I played Subnautica. Because when I first played Subnautica, I was like, man, this world is awesome. So cool that it's randomly generated. It's different every time you play it. But it wasn't. And I was kind of disappointed in that. Because I was like, man, I want to play a survival game that actually has a random generated world. And Valheim is that, just like Minecraft is that, and some others are. How am I supposed to get this one? Oh, I just connected to this guy. Probably, anyway. Yeah. If that goes up and connects to there, that might work. Let's see. That one does need to be elevated. Ah, this is tricky. With randomly generated worlds, there's no playing all the games. Subnautica has randomly placed assets. Yeah, that's very different from a randomly generated world, I would say, though. So maybe it's here. Maybe it is this. Still not sure that that's going to do it. Okay, that worked. So now I need to get my other guy over here somehow. Which means I need an extra switch to get him over here. How do I do that? It seems like I need all of my pieces here. How do I get you over here? This ladder only goes one way, right? Oh no, the ladder goes both ways. Okay, that's how we do it. Yeah, there it is. I thought I had to use that to get us over there. But was this ladder always here and I just never noticed it? Probably. I thought I had to use the wind to get me over. All right, GG! That's the last puzzle in this area, I think. What's up, Tim Tam? With AI chips now becoming a normal thing, maybe in a few years someone will make a game that can more dynamically generate and also change the game world as the game is running. You did the same thing on this puzzle, not noticing the two-way ladder. Yeah, I just didn't even see it. Till right at the end where I'm like, there's no way. There's just no way. Alright, map for this area. We've done everything but the golden gates and we still can't unlock those. So are there any more? Actually, I didn't do everything. I didn't figure out the Sphinx clue. Let's go look at the Sphinx clue one last time, and chat, if you have any ideas for what this is telling me, I will accept hints, because this Sphinx clue has seemed to be one of the few more esoteric, hard to interpret clues. Oh, Tyler's here, let's do it, that's right. Tyler, help me figure it out. But yeah, that would be pretty awesome, Ramses, if the technology gets to a place where we can have true randomly generated survival games, full voxel. I mean, 7 Days to Die is like one of the closest to that too, because that's randomly generated worlds. Another reason why I think 7 Days to Die is so popular. All right, let me tell you what I'm seeing here, and maybe you all can tell me what you're seeing. So this right here, this island with this symbol on it, that looks to me like a mountain symbol with a structure. I'm pretty sure that is the structure, and like that's the mountain it's sitting on. I was thinking maybe that these other things were islands, but maybe these are different parts of the mountain. And I'm seeing a C, an A, and a T. Maybe these are the different puzzles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So maybe that puzzle has a C I have to find. That puzzle has an A. I don't know if if I'm looking at this like it's a map and that's north, east, west, south, what would be north of here? North will be that direction. Is there a puzzle that direction? I don't see a puzzle that direction, but maybe we're even further north on the map than this is showing. Riding, we can't around the side. Yeah, riding, there's no reading this riding by hovering over it like some of the others. Like this is north facing here. So what's the, maybe this right here is the northernmost thing. So maybe there's a C all around the back of this. Let's see. Is there a C on the back of this or anything? Often it's hidden switches we have to find, so maybe there's a hidden switch on the back of this thing somewhere. I don't think there's a puzzle any further north than this. Maybe with dedicated AI chips, they'll be able to run a full simulation on the side, like truly dynamic factions that will move around, take over territory, or weather effects actually changing the game world, like forests burning down or areas getting flooded. Let's see. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. I know I talk about this game a lot, but kind of what you describe is another thing that Ashes of Creation is supposed to have in their game, where there are dynamic weather effects that affect the world that you interact with, and the players are the ones that choose how the cities develop. So I'm looking at the map. Maybe I should be using this trail. Maybe this trail is what I should be using as a reference. You got a capture of it? Okay. So I need to go north from a triangular trail. Is there a triangular trail piece over here? Is PoE coming out with a new season? PoE 1? I don't know. I haven't watched as many PoE videos lately. All the drama has been about whatever PoE 2 is doing. Okay. This does not look like a triangular trail section. Oh, this kind of looks like a triangle here. Is this a triangle? 1, 2, 3. Maybe? If I go north on the triangle, it's this way, which is, I think, where I was. I think there's an assumption I'm making that's leading me astray. Okay. Is the assumption... I don't know what the assumption is. I wonder if there's a switch inside here. Okay, that's a good hint. Let's go look at the map again and see maybe that I'm assuming that those little island things are these things, the puzzles. Don't follow Rand on a hike. Okay. I guess my assumption is that I need to find these CATs. I don't know that that's what I need to find. You see a line above a T as well? Yeah, I do too. I don't know what that means. I also noticed that this one is outside of this island or puzzle area, whatever it is. What I need is a reference that I can recognize. These puzzles all kind of have a square look to them. Do these things look like squares to us? Maybe these are rocks or something. Maybe there are structures that aren't puzzle pieces. What do we think these little island things are? They're cats. I don't know. Look at the outside of the puzzle again. The outside. Well, I know there's like these mountain things showing. Do you mean where the writing is? What does that writing mean? Oh my gosh, is it the actual shape of these? Maybe they're icebergs. Are they the shape of the icebergs? I don't think those look like the icebergs. Look at the outside of this puzzle, the nearest building you mean. That's the nearest building. Am I being really obtuse? Are you all seeing something that I'm not seeing? This seems like a pretty recognizable shape of two things interlocking to each other. Does that look like something I'm seeing over here? It feels to me like the dotted line is the trail. And all the trails like end at puzzles. That's why I thought these were all puzzles. Wait, maybe I thought... Okay. I said that looked like a triangle. Maybe that's not the triangle. Maybe that's a diamond. Maybe that's that piece right there. thing in the map is the puzzles, and there's probably a switch like we have seen before. Yeah, I think my problem is I'm not finding the reference points. So looking directly at that, I'm looking south. Maybe it's, you know what? Maybe I'm assuming that this is north, south, west, and east. That might be my erroneous assumption. How can we tell what's north and south here? This is our reference point, I think, that thing. And the cables are pointing southeast, kind of. Which direction the cable's pointing? Southeast. That still makes me think that that would make this way south, that would be southeast, that would be east. Am I crazy to think that? Act it out. Alright, what's... If that is the diamond-shaped piece there, and that's the puzzle connected to it, maybe that's that one. And then north and off to the right is another one. So north is towards those mountains. So that would be... Is there another puzzle over that direction? Because maybe... I feel like I'm getting my directions wrong here. Like that's that one. That makes me think this would be the one with the C behind it. I think these nearest two are the ones directly above the structure on the map. There are snowmen here. Okay, well that's a surprise. Didn't see that before. You think the nearest two are the ones directly above the structure on the map. Let me look at that again. You think they're these two? Well, then what would be directly the farthest north? Would that just be this? This structure? Is there a C behind this? I don't know. I feel like I might need a little more hints if anybody's figured this out. Because I am... This map, if I'm being honest, kind of sucks. But maybe I'm bad at reading maps. I found a secret. Yes, snowmen. I feel like the shapes of these things are throwing me off. Because they don't... What do those shapes look like? It's got to be the shapes that I'm misinterpreting. So I'm assuming they're the puzzles, the big puzzle structures, but are there any other shapes that they could match out here? I did identify the big structure and the diamond, right? So that and that diamond are correct, you're saying. So this is the diamond. I need to find the trail that leads off the south end of the diamond to see if I can find a T. Let's try that. If the diamond is correct, let's go off the south side and see if that leads me to anything. I mean, again, I'm saying south like I'm getting my directions right, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. That map does not have very good scale. Maybe that's the issue, the scale. So that would be the east one. I think this would be the direct south one. We need a third reference point, you think? Man, this is making me go more west than south. The south one I feel like was going more east. Yeah, I think I'm not going the one that I thought I was going. I can't... How is this diamond oriented? I can't tell what's north on the freaking map. Is this even a diamond? I don't know, man. Is there a possibility the Sphinx structure itself is not on the map? Well, I'm kind of assuming the Sphinx structure isn't on the map. I'm already kind of assuming that. I can't figure out a reference point on this damn thing. One corner of the diamond is running into something. That's what makes me think that if that is the diamond, then if it's running into something, I assumed it was that structure. Maybe it's running into... The lab is right there. That's what that little short ending is the lab. I don't know, that just doesn't even look like the diamond to me. Anybody have a clue about how this is oriented? Like northeast, southwest? My brain can't handle this without northeast, southwest. Okay, you uploaded a video, a picture. You circled a long straightaway. What are you circling? What is what you circled? Use the trail leading to the structure to help us find direction. Nerdy Fiona says the structure on the diamond is the puzzle. So this structure is that puzzle? So on this map, that would be east, which is west on the diamond. If I'm in the diamond and looking at that structure, I am looking to the west, which means that entire map is upside down, which would mean instead of going south from there, I would take a right and go north, which is kind of what I was doing. I was going this way. I've gone this way a bunch of times. Maybe it's behind that thing. I don't know. If that one structure was what's on the map, then the structure at the end of this trail is where the sea should be, right? And the structure at the end of this trail is what I've been looking at. So is there a sea in here? It looked like it was behind the structure itself, though. I feel like I'm still missing this. Facing the diamond puzzle, A is behind you. Oh my gosh, okay. We found something, so I think maybe this is the sea. Okay, there it is. So that's C. We made a C out of that. I just needed to look all the way around it. No, it's not a T. It's not a C, it's a T. That's supposed to be a T, actually. I did that wrong. Alright, so that's T. Yes, we found the switch. Alright, now I gotta figure out where the other buildings are. So it's like... I think... Instead of that being north and that being south, I think that is south and that's north. Which means if that's north, from the diamond, we go... North, east, south, west. We go east to get to the A. East off of the diamond to get to the A, I think. Why would you put an upside down map and have no clue that it's upside down? Who designs a map that way? Puzzle building games, that's who. Puzzle building games. Alright, from the east there were two structures. Okay, so that, I think it's got to be this. And it was the bottom of the two structures, which means it's probably the top of the two structures or something. I'm just going to go around this thing and see if I see it. Looking for... And this one was A. Oh, I'm going to fall down if I go that way. Can I go up and around? Okay. Might not be this structure. Okay, if I can't get up there because it's blocked by rocks, it's probably not this one. So... Is there another puzzle? Yes. Here, it's got to be this one. The hidden diamond one. This was A, right, chat? I say as I'm still not finding it. Thank you for your hints, by the way, Nerdy Fiona. I appreciate your hints. Please tell me I'm not wrong. Okay, there it is. A, and I think it was... Wait, is this one bigger than the last one was? I think it is. So it'd be like that? I think it's like that. Circle and then like an A. Pattern is already solved. Oh, it's telling me that I did it right. So I can't move it. Okay. Alright, so the last one was the C, and on the map it was the far north from the diamond, so that means it's the far south from the diamond. Let's go back to the diamond and choose the southernmost exit. Follow that to whatever structure it hits. So we took this as the eastern exit. Southern exit would be... Well, it'd be here, actually. This definitely does not... Okay, well, I guess the diamond comes to a corner here, and this is the closest to south. Okay, so we follow this all the way to the end, I guess. I hope this is the right one. And if there's any branches, I don't know which way I need to go. I think I might know... Well, you gave me a picture of the map. So... There is a crossroad. One goes off to the right. So that would be... If it's the opposite, that one. Although it looks like... Looks like I don't go that way. I go this way, and this leads to the triangle area, and I need to take the southernmost triangle one. If there's a... Is there a triangle here? Okay, there's a triangle here. Southernmost... I actually can't tell which one is southernmost. I think that leads around to others, so it's got to be this one that's at the end. I think this is it. And this one was the C. Alright, I think we do this. If we do this, we're done with this one, because... This has been my least favorite of these puzzles because an upside-down map is a terrible clue. In my opinion. There it is, I see it. I feel like an upside-down map is a terrible clue. There it is, we did it. Thank you for the help, Tyler. Fiona, and anyone else who's giving me suggestions. Alright, now I need to go back all the way to the Sphinx and pick up our reward. A glowy ball of glowiness. Golden ball of glowiness. That was way more difficult than it should have been. Who puts a map on the side of a building and then flips it upside down? A tricksy sphinx is who, I guess. Tricksy sphinxes. At least I got it once I had a direction. Yeah. I don't know, to me, a puzzle that gives you no clue about the trick to it is, I don't want to say a lazy puzzle, but an unfair puzzle. Maybe that's, maybe there's something here that's supposed to clue you in on the map being upside down, but I don't know. It feels like there's nothing that you can use as a...
If the fool persisted in his foolishness, would he become wise?
I guess I'm a fool, not knowing it's an upside-down map. I don't know. The landmarks are so, like, unclear that it feels like there's not a clear way to realize that it's an upside-down map. Just that there's no compass rose on the map. No reason to assume up is north. I guess so, but again, I think that's a little bit lazy trickery. Now, I don't necessarily feel like they need to have put a compass rose on the map to show, hey, dumbass, it's upside down. But I feel like the landmarks weren't super clear. I feel like the landmarks needed to be clearer to be able to tell that the player would have a more, not easy time, but a reasonable expectation to figure out that it was upside down. Anyway, I'll stop complaining. We got it. Thank you for the help. All right, let's go. We're done with this area. It doesn't seem logical that the map is upside down and it doesn't tell you. Maybe that's that's what I should say. Seems like an illogical thing. I want it to make logical sense. I never went up here. Oh, which is where I need to go, probably. I was gonna just leave this area, but I actually need to go activate this thing, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna check each one because this is looking, yeah, there we go. Like there's a very specific order I have to do this. It even turns the right color when I get it right. That seems a little... This one's kind of a giveaway. Oh, it shows me which one I'm picking at the top. I never noticed that before. I never noticed that it actually showed me what I was picking. Oh, okay, it's not as much of a give me as I thought. Oh, I'm finally understanding what these red and green things. The green is where the next piece starts and the red where it goes out. I've never noticed that before. Okay, this is not quite as gimme as I thought. Okay. How about that? There we go. That looks good. Square one looks good. That looks good. Really? That would work. You just don't want it to work. Troll. How about this? There we go. Okay. Suddenly it's Tetris. Yeah, they're called Tetrominoes. They like them. They were also in the first game. First game had Tetrominoes too. All right, who's talking to me? The Sphinx. Sphinx again.
For tricking the gods to help humankind, Prometheus was punished by being bound to a rock, there to be eternally tormented. The chains that held him were forged by Hephaestus,
Blacksmith of the gods.
Was Hephaestus right to allow his art to be used in this fashion?
No one should be chained. It was his duty to obey the father of the gods. If Hephaestus thought the punishment unjust, he should have refused. He only forged a chain. It was Zeus who bound. How about you cut out the cryptic nonsense and tell me if Athena is here? Does this work? What happens if I do this?
Who is this Athena you speak of?
Human. Looks like me. Older model. Ring any bells?
Is it Athena you seek, or yourself? Do you speak crudely because you are wise, or because you are a child?
Do you ever do anything but talk in questions? I can answer a question with a question too, lady. It really doesn't matter what you say, I guess. Oh, we get a green one this time. Okay.
The pattern is holding. Solve the puzzles, enter the town, speak to an entity, turn on the beam. It's like she's appealing to our past, reminding us of where we came from, but changing enough elements to make us view our history through a different lens. Or maybe I'm completely missing the point. I don't know. You might have something there.
I read about this in a book. It's called defamiliarization.
You could? I think I'm actually impressed.
All right. Can't move. Okay, now I can move. I don't know where this green beam's going now. Okay. On to the next place, because I think we've pretty much finished this one. Yeah, we did everything but the golden gates, which we still have not unlocked. Man, that was a tough... I did the Lost Lab, yes? Done the Lost Labs, all of them? Good. Alright, we're caught up on everything. Now, that last Sphinx puzzle was a doozy. But we got there. Alright, to the northern temple, second place we go. I think it's down here, actually. There we go. Let's do it. And suddenly Tetris. Suddenly Tetris. Walking beside me. Flooded valley. A large valley in the northern region of the island, inundated centuries ago by rising sea levels, caused by anthropogenic climate change. What the hell does anthropogenic mean?
You're on your way to an island. Yes, another island. Sorry, Melville.
Whoops, no, I want to hear.
It used to be a valley between the mountains, but it's mostly flooded now. That probably happened long before the founder came here, though.
Another legacy of our ancestors.
Do me a favor, will you? Look for another one of the Founder's labs. We can't get back into the megastructure without getting to the third site in the north, but I need more information to make more fixes.
Anthropogenic means caused by humans. Okay, that makes sense. I've never heard that word before, I don't think. Maybe I have. And didn't know what it meant either, so it didn't stick in my head. Alright, not quite so snowy mountains biome, this one. Well, instant Sphinx. Let's just look at it to get an idea. Frick, it's another map. Okay, that's the main structure. 2 different X's, 3 different X's. Okay, I'm not going to do that yet, but at least I can be looking around for something. That one looks like it's out in the water, but I don't know if it's north or south. I don't know. All right, let's see here. First puzzle over this way. I love the structures in the game. This game, they look really cool. All right, something new. What do we got? An accumulator. Absorption. All right, so I haven't found the lab yet, so I don't know what the new thing does, but let's do this. It absorbs a charge. Discharge. I right-clicked to discharge. I don't know what that does. So I can just carry it around with me? Seems OP. Interesting. Where's the blue? There's got to be a blue somewhere. Oh, the blue's right there. Means I can take you. Charge you. Oh. How do I right click? Oh, I have to hold. Okay, it's hold. I didn't see that little time thing. There we go. Okay, a little weird. New mechanic though. Okay, cool. That seems pretty OP, honestly, to be able to take it anywhere you want, but I'm sure they have difficult,
In the beginning,
twisty, puzzling way to use it.
New Jerusalem, we used to explore just like this. Small groups setting out for the horizon, looking for resources, trying to make sense of the world we'd been thrust into, trying to find a way forward. It was a hard time, but I can't deny that it was also exciting. I think it's part of our nature to be wanderers. Our ancestors crossed entire oceans on flimsy wooden boats just to see what else there was.
Is it weird to feel nostalgic for a time I never experienced? I just think I could have contributed so much more back then.
It's not weird, but it wasn't all sunshine. People died. Yemo, Calvin, Isaac.
I know, they were family to me.
Sorry. Didn't mean to reopen old wounds.
It's a legitimate point, but I don't think it invalidates the sense of wonder we felt. That's what kept us going.
Okay, so blue, we charge. Seems simple enough, but crossing the streams means something. There's not a third thing here, is there? No. Okay. No way to get any height here. How do I make this work? RGB is your favorite puzzle piece? Yeah, RGB is pretty cool. I do like it too. Alright, there's something simple here I'm missing. There's something I'm supposed to do different with you. If I do just blue, what happens with you? Nothing. You have to have 2 to do anything. And you always become the 3rd color. Oh, I think I have it actually. Just connect with red. Well, I thought I had it, but then I'm thinking... Either side I put it, it blocks the other one. I'm not getting this one. I am not getting this one. There's an angle here I'm missing. Where is the angle that I'm missing? Let's clear them all. What happens if I charge you on red? Discharge. Charge you on red to try something different. I don't think this is gonna work because... Yeah, no, this has to be charged on blue. Think of these angles here. There's just no other way to get blues over to here unless I charge this. There's no other way. But the green is in the middle. So how do I get the red past the blue? How do I get the red past the blue? Well, there's probably something super simple here, and I cannot wrap my brain around this. Can we get on the overpass? Up here? Usually if that's how you're supposed to solve the puzzle, there'd be a way to get up there in the puzzle area. So, I don't think so. I mean, I'll walk around to see, but that's... No, I don't think there's an intended solve to somehow get this thing out and get up on top of it. I think I'm really close to this. If the red was on the other side of the blue, would that change anything? I think it'd be the same issue. Am I being stupid, chat? Does somebody see exactly what I'm supposed to do? Is there any elevation? If there was any elevation at all... I don't think that's any elevation that's substantial. It'd have to be on top of like a box or something. It's not an elevation thing. Now, let me reset everything. How do I get a beam coming from the red past a beam going to the blue? It is completely impossible to connect red to green through something powering both blues. Okay. Is there a mechanic with the charger that I don't understand where, like, will keep something charged? We only have the two connectors. As far as I can see, there's not much to this thing. There's no other connectors. There's got to be a mechanic I'm not making use of with this charge thing. Can I... Ooh, hold on a second. Can I charge this with green? I can. How does that help me? Does green plus red give me blue? Okay. Okay, I think this is it. There it is. Alright, that was super tricky. So we had to charge the accumulator with the combined colors using the combinator so I could put it in the middle. Oh, okay. I mean, maybe that seems fairly simple, but I hadn't realized you could combine colors onto the charger yet. So, okay. Now I know that that's a thing. Directly connect the blue to the green. Okay. All right, that was tricky. That was super tricky. Got there eventually. My brain got a little my brain got a little fried by that one. Let's go see what's this little bonus thing. There was a flame on the top of this pillar. So I can just jump to it apparently. That's nice, simple. Not as bad as Bob As You. That's hella true. Yeah, Bob As You is probably the most mind-bending puzzle game I've ever played. My brain exploded from that one multiple times. Multiple times my brain was exploded by that game. And what do we got going on in here? Bob As You is amazing, but so brain melting. That's a good way to describe it. I did not mean to do that. Oh, there's a box there I can get. Okay. I bet you that's holes I can grab things from in here, potentially. Can I charge through the window? No. Oh. Hold on a sec. So I need to get into there. I don't even know how to open this. Holy shnikes. Okay, where even is a blue charger? Blue charger there. If I put this here, it just flies, right? Can I turn this off? Because I can't grab this, put this on top, and then move this, can I? No, it takes that thing off. It says 55 hours on Steam for you to complete it, and you can guarantee some levels of night a night sleep. The red charger's there. I think we must have to get the charger blue into there. Can I just do it while I hold it? I don't think so. So it won't charge while I'm holding it. Feels like I need to put this on the box and have it charge while it's in midair on the box, but I don't. I would need to turn off the air to do that, I think. Can we connect a tripod, then throw it on the bounce pad? No, you can't do that. Anytime you put anything but a box or yourself on one of these things, it just gets punted off. That's what I was trying to do while I held it. And if you want to put a tripod on an air thing, it has to be on a block. Which is why I was hoping I could do this. But that doesn't work. Without this, this has to be off for me to do that. Basically, the solution for some Baba is U levels came to you in a dream. Oh, that's interesting. How the hell am I going to charge you? Getting this in here doesn't do me any good. When I do this, I can select it. Does that help me? Huh. I can place it somewhere that's in range. I've not put things somewhere before. Is that now stuck? Did I get that stuck? I think that might now be stuck. Can the jammers jam the bounce pad? Oh, good question. Good call. That's got to be what it is. not sure if I knew about that mechanic. I forgot about that mechanic if I knew about it. Okay, that's got to be the answer. As a second time, I couldn't figure something out, so I did something that might not be supposed to be possible, and then broke it and had to reset it. So, reason I guess that they made it resettable. Yeah, if I can do that, then I could place this. Then I can do that, and then take this. That probably does it. Yeah, good call. Good call, Vega. That's it. Okay, so now I have blue available. And I'm gonna need the box. It's always me forgetting about some interaction that I've either not done this playthrough or have done very infrequently that I forgot about. Okay, what does that open? Is that making this stay open? Okay, that makes this stay open. So now I can go in here. That looks like it. Beautiful. Okay, cool. The game wouldn't give us a jammer if it didn't have a purpose for something else. In this late in the game, you're probably right. Earlier in the game,
There's
would.
so much history here that we can't
Gives a
see.
jammer that we only need for one thing.
The founder must have walked these paths hundreds of times, maybe thousands. Miranda must have stood right where we're standing. This all looks alien to us, but it must have been familiar to them.
If this was their home, where are they now?
They must be inside the megastructure, waiting for us to pass the test. It's the only thing that makes sense.
They're gonna be dead in there, and it's gonna be really dark and scary and sad. But you're right. What I probably need to be considering is how these new tools act with old tools, and figure out the new interactions that I have not experienced before. And that's what's the puzzles are doing to teach me, and I'm not catching on to some of them quickly enough. So, I mean, who cares? Who cares how long it takes? It's whatever. But when I'm getting frustrated, that's what I have to remember. It's experiment with new mechanics, basically. That's red. Where'd I put this guy over here? The blue source is where? Here. The red switch is there. Okay, so that's blocked by these gates. And get it through here. Holy crap, that's a crazy angle. Okay, that worked though. Okay, now we have accumulator, which I assume we can charge from these guys, right? Okay, so I can charge them that way. So I can now get blue at a different angle, and potentially red at a different angle if I just get red available somewhere. So it's put this by the purple so we know where it is. So I think now we just need to get red available somewhere. Okay, so that gives us red at different angles. The Bobby's U levels were made by the developer thinking of a cool interaction, then making a level around it. That's cool. Makes sense. That's probably how you have to do it with crazy new mechanics when you're designing a level and stuff. That should open one thing. Let's see if I can hit both of these from an angle here. Okay, so I'm hitting this one. I need to adjust this one a little bit, and I think we're good. I think it might not let me do this. If I get inside of here, no, I think I need them to both be the same. So it might just be through a different window, maybe, to get them both. Can I move this one to the left at all? I think I put it as far over as I could. No. Zachtronics, when they made Space Chem, thought of interesting inputs and outputs and ordered them in difficulty, huh? Okay. Almost. There it is. Yes, I think we got it. Getting the angles right. Challenge on this one. Beautiful. Bazinga! GG. Who's Zachtronics? Did they make Bob Is You, or did they make another puzzle game that you're talking about? I vaguely recall that name, but I don't know what it's from. You know, once I finish, I should actually check if any of these holes I'm seeing would allow me to get any items through here. Let's see. They made Opus Magnum and Infinifactory. Okay, okay. I remember Opus Magnum. I don't know if I ever played Infinifactory. I don't think I did. Let's be forward-looking towards potentially bonus things later. Where was that? It's on the south side here. Can I get it? Nah, I don't think that works. Again, this one where it looks like a hole, but it has to be like a broken wall hole for it to count, I think. Alright, so what number was that? We have time for one or two more puzzles before I gotta get going for rehearsal, probably. Infinifactory is the one 3D game they made, okay. Alright, number 5 over here. Am I hearing ducks or swans or something over here? I think I was. cool doing all these things in the out in the real world when the first game was all in fake Elohim land. Balance of forces. What do we got over here? And we got a blue switch and a blue charger. Okay. Blue switch there. And a way to turn things on and off. Okay. So I need a way to charge you on the blue. Which I can do right through there. Okay, simple enough. What does that do? That turns this on. Okay. Do I want that to happen? I'm not sure. Actually, I think we do want that to happen. Okay. So I think I might need to reset to connect it to that, and then I think it'll do its thing. Can I turn this off? Oh, I have a switch. Oh, I can't turn it off. Okay, I think I might need to reset that. That's silly, and you love it. Yeah, I think it might actually even be the correct thing you're supposed to do. I just needed to connect one more piece. I think. We'll find out if I'm right. I was waiting for that to be a thing I needed to do. Oh. There it is, and then I need to get over to the other side, which we have a ladder. This only one side ladder, yes. And so now, can I just walk through to it? Yeah, that's it. That's actually the play. Fun little, quick little puzzle there. We're making good progress. You mean I'm making good progress? I mean, you all are doing a great job. Exploring, walking around, pretending to do work. I mean, I'm sure you're doing a great job. All right, let's see, number 6. You love it when the silly solution is the correct one? Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely fun. Oh my gosh. I think this is the first green charger I've seen, or source I've seen. It's always blue plus red to make green. Oh, we must need a drill. That's a metal thing. There we go, that gives us a blue charge. Oh my gosh, there's a lot to this one. Oh, okay. That gives us combiner, RGB guy. So we have a blue source and there's a green one over there. I probably charge this as green. You also think it's funny that you got the secret ending in Bob Is You before you got the regular one, and the worst part about Bob Is You is that it was over. I have a feeling I need to charge green over here now. And I actually have a feeling I have to do that through the metal wall, so I probably can't do that yet. Okay, I can just walk through here. Okay. Probably gonna need to do this in a certain order. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need the charger and this guy, I think. To charge that with green is my guess. Yeah, I think so. Okay, I think this is fine. So now I have green available over here. Can now use the reflector. Be right there. Oops, meant to keep connections. Doesn't work. Is that the only thing I need the drill thing for? There's probably something else I need to drill for, right? Maybe not. Maybe now I probably use this switch here. And then I now have green available here and blue with the reflector. Damn it. Keep forgetting to keep the connections. That should do it. Beautiful. All right. No sneaky other things like that one with the two guys in the middle that I screwed up. It sounded dirtier than I meant it to. All right, GG. All right, these last couple of ones have been a little less tricky. Or maybe I've just gotten lucky.
Melville,
What is it now?
why did you upload a picture of your hand?
Why do you care that my hand is in the picture?
Your hand isn't in the picture, it is the picture.
I like it. It's very artistic.
Let's stay professional, everyone. It's not right to make fun of Melville's comically absurd inability to take decent pictures. She's a hyper-advanced humanoid machine, not a photographer.
You'll pay for this, Byron.
Wait, can I see the pictures they're talking about? Oh, yes. Noting some interesting design elements here. Okay. She was trying to take a picture of something and the hand got in the way, I guess. Okay. There's been a lot of pictures that I haven't actually taken a look at. Okay, number 7. Holy, okay. Rainbow. Okay, so we have 2 converters and 1 accumulator, and I gotta get... This is that one with the 2 in the middle on steroids. So red is in the middle. Wow, how do I get 3 different colors? Blue plus red makes green. Red plus green will make blue. Alright, I think I need to start with this in the middle and then work outwards. That's what I think I need to do. Red plus blue. Green plus red equals blue. So I got all but one. If I put this between these. Oh man. This is super cool. But trying to get this lined up is going to be interesting. Okay, maybe I need blue in the middle rather than red. Well, the only way to get a single source of red is through this, though. But I can get a combined red. Okay, so I can get red with that one, blue in the middle, and then green on the outside. Okay, I think I need this one to be blue. But now I need there to be a green connected to this to make that red. Yeah, this is like almost it. But I need a green source to you that won't cut off the others. We turn green into blue, then into red. Oh, I think I see what you're saying. Let me try that. I think... So we charge this as green, kind of like we had to do before. Yeah, we do it like by the order of the colors. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if that works. And then we probably start with this. We start with that. I charge it with red, green. Yes, okay. I think we do charge this with red. I feel like there might be a couple different ways to do this, but maybe there's only one way. So the first thing I did seems like maybe it's right. No, I don't need to go red there. All I have to do is connect it with that one. And then we take green, red to make blue. That should be it. That is freaking cool, man. That's a cool one. Were there other ways to do that? Could I do this in reverse where we have red on the outside, or green from here on the outside? No, I think we need a red source next to this. I think that's the only way to do it. Love how this one extends so neatly on the earlier RGB accumulator. Yeah. I wonder if there's going to be another one with, like, keep adding layers. That's cool. That was cool. I think I had it almost right at first, and then I didn't figure out the outside green ones. I hope there's another one like that that extends the complexity that I can continue to learn how to do that. I like the RGB ones too. They're cool. Okay. All right, number 8. After 8, we only have the 2 triangle bonus ones. I don't think we're going to finish them all today. We'll see. Probably depends on how tough these last couple are. All right, 8, what you got? Remember. I will do my best to remember. I charge you with red if I need to do that. I'm not sure. Let's see what else we got here. Turns the fan on. That's a red. Okay. If I can't do this, that doesn't work. So all I can do is jump myself over for now. Feels like I need another piece here. Maybe not, actually. Okay, there we go. That gives us a box. So we need the red charged guy on the box over here, I think is what we need. What does this do? Oh, it turns that. Interesting. There we go. So we got all 3. Just keeping this door open. And what is this one doing? Is that keeping it turned? No. I don't know what that... Oh, that's keeping this door open. So, okay. I have 2 different things keeping the same door open, apparently. I think what I need is this box. So I'm pretty sure I need this out of here is what I need. I might need to change that. Not sure yet. I feel like I might need the box, not the reflector, but maybe I'll need both. What was the puzzle name again? The one I'm in now? Or this one was like Remember, I think. The one before, I don't remember. I don't remember. I think I might need all 3 pieces, maybe. I'm not quite sure how to get all 3. So if I go over here... Yeah, the switch turns that on. You just remembered what you needed to remember. God love it. So we use a reflector to keep that open, which would free up this and the box. Getting all those pieces together is the challenge. Getting all those pieces not stuck in here is the challenge, I think. Oops. Those don't go back and forth, do they? Are they lined up perfectly? I think they're not lined up perfectly. I'm not sure if I'm gonna figure this one out, to be honest. You don't think we need the box? You think I should leave the box behind? I'm pretty sure we are gonna need the box. Because how else do we get the height for this? I think we do need the box. I think what the final setup is going to be is this reflected off of this from here to keep that door open. Just blow it up. If only I had explosives. If only. It feels like this is one of the steps I'm supposed to take. Now it feels like I need this back. So I can connect that to free this guy up. Which... can't do that without the box. Okay, remembering the connections. Maybe... Okay, now that I have these two available, I now grab that connection. But I need this to turn back around is the problem now. Ah! If I do this, valve that'll keep it open, I can grab this. Wait, why did that not? Because this switch has to stay going. I feel like I do need the box. Okay, I have the connection set up, so... I don't... I don't know. I need one more switch. We need to be fast. I don't know. Like, if I could just grab the box, it'd be great. But... can I, like, click the box as I leave? I don't think that's possible, but let me see. Oh! I tried to grab... I don't think that's a mechanic, but I'm trying to grab the box. I don't think it'll let me do that. Trixie, Trixie. I'm trying to click right as it goes. Pretty sure it won't let me do it. Yeah, it stops right as I grab it. Frame perfect. I don't know, they probably had to program it so you couldn't do this, otherwise it'd be not the solution they intended or something. Yeah. I wonder if I can... I don't think there's an angle to reflect that to that. If I had the source in here, it could reflect that to that. Yeah, I think there's an angle I need to find here. Let me remember all connections. I'm going to even add this connection to it. Okay, that might work. If I go put the box, now that I have the box available here. Now the problem is, this is the source of my red. How do I get that source back? Can we put both the box on the tripod on the jump pad, then stand on the button ourselves? Yeah, I don't think that's ever gonna reach where we need it to reach, though. And I don't think it'll go back and forth. Let me see. Let me think this through a bit further myself. Because we're almost there. I feel like we're almost there. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, because I need all the pieces. That's what I need. So you're saying... I see what you're saying. Yes, hold on a second. So put this here. Take the box with us. I think that's the answer. Yeet it over, and then we can walk through, and then we have all three pieces. There it is. I think that's it. Okay. Okay. So I do that. Just to make sure, there should be a black line when I do this. Yeah, it's a black line, so it can't reach. Where's the box? The box is here. No, I have to be able to get through here. So, in order to get through here... This won't work because I pick that up and it closes. I think maybe... Problem is, as soon as I pick up the source, I had the same issue. No. I need to do this thing again. This. The thing I meant to do earlier that I never did. Because we had all this other stuff going on. Okay. This should do it. That will now keep that door open. I can grab this. Okay. Finally got this here. This won't work because it's in the way. I need the box. But we're through, so it's fine. Okay, there it is. Oh, that was... tricky. I think maybe box right up next to it. There it is. God, that was freaking hard. All right, GG.
Elohim must be very proud of you.
Elohim is so proud, you just don't even know it. All right, was that number 8? If that was number 8, I think we call it there. My brain's pretty fried. That was number 8. All right. GG, my friends. So tomorrow we will continue to play this. I'll need to do the side. I need to do. Oh, I already did the. No, I need to do the lost puzzles. I need to do the lost labs. I need to do the stars tomorrow. Well, we're gonna call that a day today, so I can head out and get ready for rehearsal. My friends, I hope you had a good time. This game is super chill. I know it's probably not as fun to watch as some things, because if you've played the game, you've already done the puzzles. Once you've done a puzzle game, you kind of know the answers, but it's so chill. I'm having such a good time not being salty at a video game, figuring out puzzles. So, as usual, my friends, thank you for all the support. Bits, follow, subs, give the subs, looking, hanging out, all that amazing stuff. We're going to be playing this until I probably finish the game. I don't know what I'm going to play after we do this. That'll be a future Rand problem. Definitely tons of fun. I'm having a blast. So, until then, y'all have a great night and enjoy the sea shanty. See y'all tomorrow. Later, my friends. Y'all rock.